Once upon a time, in the flourishing kingdom of Zambura, there lived 3 royal sisters, Princess Nia, Princess Zola, and Princess Amara. Their beauty was unparalleled, their wealth unimaginable, and their palace the envy of the land. But while they had everything anyone could desire, they lacked the one thing their father, King Jomo, valued most: wisdom. The 3 princesses had grown up in luxury, shielded from hardship, and pampered beyond measure. They were adored by their people, but behind the palace walls, they were known for their thoughtlessness. Servants handled their every need, and they had never faced a challenge that required intelligence or wit. This greatly troubled King Jomo, who was a wise and just ruler. He feared that one day, when he was gone, his daughter's lack of wisdom would bring ruin to the kingdom. One evening, as the sun dipped behind the rolling hills, an old woman arrived at the palace gates. Dressed in tattered robes, she carried a cracked clay pot that shimmered with an eerie glow. The guards hesitated, but sensing something unusual about her presence, they allowed her entry. Before the king, she bowed deeply. "Great King Jomo, I bring neither gold nor gems, but a warning. Beauty fades, riches can be stolen, and power can be lost. But wisdom is a treasure that cannot be taken, only given. Your daughters are blessed with everything but the one thing they will need most." The king listened carefully, nodding gravely. "What do you propose?" he asked. The old woman smiled. "Send them on a journey. Let them seek wisdom in the world beyond these palace walls. Only by facing trials and challenges will they understand its true value." King Jomo turned to his daughters, expecting reluctance or protest. Instead, they laughed. "Why should we seek wisdom when we have everything?" Zola scoffed. "What good is wisdom when we have advisors to think for us?" Amara added. The old woman chuckled softly and stepped forward, whispering words in a language no one understood. Instantly, the 3 princesses felt a strange sensation wash over them. The world around them blurred, and in the blink of an eye, they found themselves standing in the middle of a vast, untamed forest. Their luxurious dresses were gone, replaced by simple robes. The air was thick with the scent of damp earth, and the cries of unseen creatures echoed around them. Nia gasped. "What just happened? Where are we?" Amara spun in a circle. "This must be some sort of trick. We must get back to the palace." But the old woman's voice drifted through the trees. "Your journey begins now. Find your way home, and with each step, may you grow wiser." The sisters had no choice but to move forward. They had never walked more than a few steps without servants rushing to assist them. Now, for the first time, they had to fend for themselves. The test of humility. After hours of wandering, the princesses stumbled upon a small village. The people were poor, their homes made of mud and straw. Seeing the princesses' fine features, the villagers assumed they were noblewomen in distress and offered them shelter. "We must be treated with respect," Zola demanded. "Bring us food fit for royalty." An elderly villager shook his head. "We have only simple porridge and water." Nia refused to eat, believing she deserved better. But as days passed and hunger gnawed at her stomach, she humbled herself and accepted the meal. It was plain but nourishing. She realized that pride would not fill an empty belly, and she bowed to the villagers in gratitude. For the first time, she understood the value of humility, the trial of patience. The sisters continued their journey, reaching a rushing river with no bridge in sight. A wise fisherman sat by the water's edge, mending his net. To cross safely, you must wait until the river calms, he advised. Amara scoffed. We don't have time to wait. We are princesses. Ignoring his words, she stepped into the water. The current was stronger than she expected, and she was swept away, only saved by Nia and Zola's quick action in pulling her back. Drenched and shivering, she was forced to wait, watching the river's rhythm until the water slowed. Patience, she realized, was not a weakness but a strength. The wisdom of choices. Further along their journey, the sisters came across two paths. One was well-trodden, lined with golden lanterns. The other was dark and winding, with no clear destination. A traveler approached them. The bright path leads to comfort, but no wisdom. The dark path is difficult, but it will teach you much. Zola, still reluctant to learn, chose the bright path and was led back to the start of their journey. Nia and Amara, however, chose the dark path. It was difficult, but along the way, they learned to navigate, think critically, and trust their instincts. Finally, after weeks of trials and learning, the sisters emerged from the forest, stronger, wiser, and no longer the foolish princesses they once were. The old woman awaited them at the palace gates, a knowing smile on her face. You have returned. What have you learned? She asked. Nia stepped forward. I have learned that humility opens doors that pride keeps shut. Amara added, patience is a gift that allows wisdom to grow. Zola, now understanding her mistake, bowed her head. And I have learned that the easy path leads nowhere worth going. King Jomo beamed with pride. The princesses had returned not only to their home but to their rightful places as wise leaders of the kingdom. And from that day forward, the kingdom of Zambora flourished, not just in riches and beauty, but in wisdom, passed down through generations, ensuring that no ruler would ever be foolish again. Thank you for watching. If you want to see part 2, comment part 2 in the comment section. Subscribe and turn on notifications so that you will be the first to be notified when the other part is dropped. Have a great day.